Believe it or not, they've gone from first overall pick to first place in the AFC West through 5 weeks. Maybe it says more about the division. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you, breaking down 2-2 Oakland and 2-3 San Diego. And Pat, we'll get to the Raiders in a sec because they are the team that's in first place. But with San Diego, and they went to Denver, they had an offensive explosion that people have been waiting for. Does it continue?
I think it can continue because inside those big performances by Turner and by LaDainian, what you really see when you study the tape is the offensive line played better. Phillip Rivers was confident that he was going to get the time to find the receivers. He was confident the holes were going to be there for the running game. So the credit for this revival of the great Charger team is, in my opinion, up front on the O-line.
And he had time to throw the ball, which against Oakland may not necessarily be the case. On the other side, you got Dante Culpepper, who will start again this week, and he's had a bye week to get healthy even more and understand the system even more. What do you expect from him?
Well, I think the first thing you expect from him is that this team is committed to the run. They're going to run the ball, and another team that runs the ball to the left, no real trying to fool you about how they do things, and then the passing game comes off that in the pocket for Culpepper. They get D. Rhodes back, Dominic Rhodes, and he comes in the nick of time because Lamont Jordan's hurting a little bit. So you're going to look for 35 to 40 runs. Yes, 35 to 40 runs, whether they're in the lead or they're losing. That's the most impressive part of Lane Kiffin. They stick with the run even when they're down. They've already proven they can come back, catch up to teams. They've been down 17 points in games. Keep running it and catch up. So I'm looking for the 35 to 40 runs.
You got Dominic Rhodes to go with Justin Fargas, especially if Lamont Jordan doesn't play, which you mentioned. But let me ask you this, because they signed Dominic Rhodes in the offseason, then he had his 4-game suspension. What element to the rushing attack does he have that maybe Jordan didn't have or Fargas doesn't have?
Yeah, well, first of all, he's been in the stretch run system before with Colts, and he's terrific in the open field. Get him to the second level. And if you've been watching the Oakland Raider offensive line, they're blocking the point of attack. They're putting these running backs at the second level where the linebackers and DBs are. If you get D. Rhodes there, you're going to get bigger bursts, bigger, big-time runs down the field. He's capable of going 30, 35
But
yards.
can they do that against this 3-4 defense, which is powerful for San Diego?
Well, here's where the problems become. You start right in the middle of the nose tackle. Big Jamal's in there on the nose, and you're asking to double-team him, and you free a linebacker. And you're going to have to double-team the nose from San Diego to even get in a position to run the football, so you get a free linebacker to the play side. That's what's going to happen against these guys. I don't think it's a bad idea to run at Sean Merriman. I like that idea. Wear him out with a pounding running game right at him, so you take some of his energy out for the pass rush.
You know, it's always said that to neutralize speed, you run right at it.
Correct.
Which hits your point exactly. Let's take a look at the AccuScore prediction. 10,000 tests, 10,000 results, all mathematical elements. Here's what it came up with for this game. And surprise, surprise, the Chargers are the favorite, even though they are not the ones on top, at least in the record. 75% of the tests came up with San Diego on top. Pat, I know you have a hard time picking against Oakland, but give me San Diego.
I'm going to give the San Diego Chargers this win at home. Yes, they did explode last week. Yes, they look like the team that everyone thought would be running for the Super Bowl this year. And they are a defense that slows people to under 100 yards rushing. If the Oakland Raiders cannot go in and get their typical 175 yards rushing, they'll struggle. They don't have vertical pass attack. Porter's not bad in the red zone, but is not a guy that's going to stretch the field. I think the San Diego Chargers win this game. But no more 9 sacks of the Oakland Raiders. No more of that stuff. You're going to see a team that's going to play a solid game that's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, the offensive line has certainly been maybe the most improved unit as a whole
in the league.
In the NFL. It has certainly been very impressive. But one thing that Oakland has struggled with is against LaDainian Tomlinson. He has 12 touchdowns in 12 games against Oakland. And something you love, he has thrown at least 1 pass in each of the last 4.
You can't defend that pass he throws.
You can. And it's something that you probably expect to see this weekend again. The 2 kick it off at 4:15 p.m. Eastern on CBS. For more on this game or any other in Week 6, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com and watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.